So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the
Alrighty, everyone, welcome to the party here tonight. It's the first of two doubleheader races getting ready to kick off here tonight in the 802 Cup Series. First one up tonight, the 802 Cup Series and the Bluegrass 120, kicking off the Riptide Radio playoffs here for these guys. 7 cars with a chance to walk away with the championship in just a few weeks' time. Right now, we come into qualifying here in just a moment here at Kentucky Motor Speedway. This racetrack, a ton of fun, tons of different lanes for passing and movement. And we're going to see it all here tonight live on Extreme Sim TV. Thank you guys for coming out. And we will get them lined up and ready to go with qualifying. 5 minutes. We'll set the field. And we'll talk more about this beautiful facility here in Kentucky that these guys will attack here tonight for 120 laps here. But right now, qualifying underway, and taking a look here, one of the first cars up to bat here, there is Mr. Matt coming up to speed here. These guys have had 2 weeks off for the Super Bowl and the 500. Will they have some rust to them as they begin to get ready to go again here for this run to the championship? And you see that number 2 machine on track. Beautiful looking paint scheme here tonight. Right around the bottom, that's typically where you want to be here at Kentucky Motor Speedway. You see a lot of guys electing to go to the bottom of the racetrack here. Chris Max right there on track as well. There's Max working his way through Nice to see Chris Max there in the 13 out there as well. And or Chris Max in the 121, Jason Willie there in the 13, Nick Larson back with us. Larson here as well. Aaron Brown right there in the number 94. Right. What about Eli right there in the 46? Here with us tonight. Brandon back here in that number 4 machine. Matthew there as well. Everybody coming up to speed. David Lomega, top of the board right now. That 28 fastest in qualifying right now. Larry Murphy right now, second fastest in this qualifying session here tonight at Kentucky. And you got to be smart about how you handle Kentucky Motor Speedway tonight. 30, Gregory. Got Barefoot there as well. Rob Lowell. There's the 21G Stone machine. Having an issue here. Looks like he got into the fence, broke that right front suspension. He'll slide it down across the apron. He'll give it another go. Not the way you want to start your qualifying effort. Let's take a look back at what happened to Rob. Oh, massive problem out of turn number 4 for Rob Lowell. Let's take a look. Car steps out. Can't gather it up. Overcorrects into the outside wall hard. And he may have enough time to get it. Nope, he is done for the night. Looks like for qualifying. Larson now top of the board. That's the 82 of Nick Larson. Great run for him here tonight. What's your thoughts if you're some of these drivers getting ready to go here tonight? Nick Larson as well. You see it. We're going to have 7 guys that's playoff eligible. Everybody else out here just going for the win. Going to be so interesting across the board as we continue to go here tonight. Right here, one car out of shape. That's Frank Sinjin. He'll gather it up. John there as well. Rob Lowell. Cole Jarrett right there in the Sundrop machine. Nice to see Cole out there giving her everything he's got in that beautiful 88. Right now, 15th fastest. We'll bring that car down to a reasonable pace here to slow it back down after qualifying. Let's get ready to start talking to some folks. Starting out with Rob Lowell, not the qualifying session that Rob would have wanted. I'm interested to hear what he has to say about that. Let's see, talk to him here in a moment. Rob. Where is Rob Lowell? There he is. Right here. We'll move him on up here. 55 seconds left in quali. Hey, Rob, you got a quick second, buddy?
Yeah, I do. What's up, Matt?
Alrighty, not what you wanted to have here in qualifying, man. Car stepped out on you, got in the outside wall. Not the way you wanted to start tonight.
It's even worse than that, Matt. I got a steering issue with my Fanatec wheel. It's I need to do a complete computer reset to get it fixed, and
All
I
right.
obviously don't have time to do that. So it's just got hardly any force feedback, no matter how much I put into it. So
Oh,
it's gonna be a
boy.
long night.
All right, Rob. Well, best of luck to you here. Maybe you can salvage something out of this.
It's gonna be just survive tonight and get what I can.
Here you go, man. So, equipment issues for Rob Lowell causing an issue for him here tonight. That is highly unfortunate. Not what you want to see here at the Bluegrass 120. But that's the problem, man. There's so many things that can take you out of the playoffs before you even get going. So many things have to go right. And already for Rob, starting behind the 8 ball with that little bit of a technical issue. Maybe it'll fix itself. But if I know anything about technical issues, and believe you me, I do, um, normally speaking, an issue like that is just not going to resolve itself on its own without some sort of intervention, such as a computer restart or something to that effect. Usually is what it takes to get that to work. But let's get ready for that qualifying starting grid and where everybody will start here tonight, and we will take a look in just a moment. Here we go. Getting ready for the starting lineup here at Kentucky Motor Speedway. Oh, I forgot to change that one logo. I apologize. But it's going to be Johnny Barker up there, Nick Larson up there as well. It's going to be Frank Sanjin and Brandon. It's going to be Larry Murphy and then David Womaga right there in 6th. 7th is Jeff Barefoot. 8th, Jason Willie. 9th, going to be Chris Max. Gene Cato right there in 10th. Cole Jarrett will start 11th tonight. John, one of your playoff drivers, right there in 12th. 13th tonight, Aaron Brown, Eli right there in 14th. 15th going to be Gregory Matthew there, 16th. 17th on the field tonight. We talked to him a minute ago with the Fanatec steering issues. It's going to be Rob O'Well, going to be Tell in Charlie here tonight. There we go. Let's take a look at your track facts and race stats here tonight as we get ready to go green. Here we go. Kentucky Motor Speedway, 1.4 mile racetrack here tonight. Track temp right now 111 degrees. Going to be a little bit slick. Air temp 78. 2 mile an hour winds as well. 120 laps here tonight at 175 miles here to start the Riptide Radio playoffs. We are ready. Field are ready to go. To come to green at Kentucky. Johnny Barker going to bring them down up front. You see the field out of turn number 4 here. Nice and easy does it for the field. Be one heck of a race here tonight on Extreme Sim TV from Kentucky Motor Speedway. Round number 1 of the Riptide Radio playoffs is ready to go green here in Kentucky. Everybody up to speed here, headed for turn 1 and 2. We'll start getting the speed going, bringing the cars up through the gears here early on in this run. Up top on your ticker, the guys underlined in green. That's going to be your playoff drivers, as we see already some scrambling down the back straightaway into 3 and 4 already tonight. Flat corners. Really got to load these cars down to get them to turn. Meanwhile, Frank Sinjin out front leading. Frank will lead lap number 1. Great job for Frank. Parker there, Brandon, Larry Murphy right there as well. Here comes Jason in the mix as well. Starting to get it lined up. Nick Larson there down the back straightaway. So everybody's starting to figure out where they need to be here early on in this 120 lap affair here from Kentucky. Very early on here on board as we continue to ride right now with Frank's engine out front. Johnny there in 2nd. Great run for them as they work their way back into 1 and 2 yet again. Again, very early on this 1.5 mile racetrack. You got to think of what you're going to need here over the long run. Lap times in the 31-second bracket right now for your race leaders. There's the 6. We'll check in right now. Back near the tail end Charlie of the pack. Rob Llewell has managed to move forward to 13th. Knowing that the equipment's not to his liking, this is going to be exactly what he needs to do. Keep that car straight. That's going to be your main objective here tonight. Get to the end. Don't worry about what kind of finish you get here. Johnny Barker right there with a little bit of a challenge of the 4. That's Brandon here tonight. Brandon underneath. Nice job. He'll take away the spot. Still very early on. So 5 laps in here tonight. Smooth start to the Bluegrass 120 here tonight. Murphy, Jason, Nick, Gene, Chris Max right here as well. 2 and 3 wide. Maybe a little bit of contact, but they'll keep them clean. Max hanging on. Meanwhile, Frank's engine leads. Frank up front. Right now, by a couple of car lengths right here, it's going to be 0.3 of a second for your leader, Frank's engine. And is there any surprise that that car has come to play in the opening round of the Riptide Radio playoffs tonight? Out front, leading early. Not surprised at all. That car's strong here tonight. That's kind of what we expect to see. Or up front getting after it here. Front continuing to lead. In that number 62 with the 4, Larry Murphy right there as well. David Womega there, Jason Willie, Johnny Barker, Nick Larson, all in line, car against the fence. It's going to be, I believe, Max that got, nope, the 47 of John got a piece of the outside wall. Going to be stressful here for the first little bit. You get the outside wall, you bend that car up any at all. That can be a problem, but right now, that gap up front, 0.3 of a second, continuing to stay the same as the battle rages for third. Murphy right there in fourth, right behind David. Two of your playoff contenders, first and third here early in the going. First 10 laps just completing here. And we're already seeing the playoff drivers move towards the front here at Kentucky. No surprise. These cars moving forward. I'd have been more surprised if they were off the pace. But here tonight, these guys are coming at it early on in the Bluegrass 120. And it's going to be so difficult. 9 of 120 in the books. St. John out front, continuing to lead. So right now, everybody hanging on. Top 10 or 10 complete of the 120 here. Still a long way to go on a Sunday night. Doing a wonderful job. Brandon and Larry right there as well. Let's go on board with Larry as he sits mid-pack right now on board. Working his way off of turn number 4. You hear him play with the throttle a little bit. Get the car to rotate. There's Max there as well. Nick Larson right here on the top. A lot of throttle play here early on. Lap times have slowed down as David Womega going to make a move for the race lead. Frank able to fire back on the top and maintain, but Womega did make a move for it on the bottom. But here comes Brandon. That's the problem. You get underneath, you have to lift off the throttle, kills your momentum on exit, and you just might come under fire from the guy behind you. And you see it here as Brandon closing that gap to the car in front of him, got a piece of the fence, turns down the racetrack. Larry Murphy to fourth, Johnny, Jason, Chris Max, your top 7. Right now, that's the U.S. Army machine of Chris Max hanging on. And we'll look through 3 and 4. Jason, Larson, Cole Jarrett right there as well. Got to be thinking about what do you need here. 13 complete. You see the 88 machine right there of Cole Jarrett working his through. Gino there as well. Hanging tight also. We're going to thunder down the front straight away. Johnny out front, or out to 5th, continue to hang on. Frank St. John leads the way right now. That's that number 62 machine starting to pull away from the field. Gap right now at 0.4 of a second. Rob Lowell has moved into 11th. Nice job minimizing the problem here tonight so far. A little bit tight behind him, Barefoot and Eli. Right there with John, that got a little bit tight in 3 and 4, but a good job keeping her clean. Meanwhile, Frank out front continuing to lead the charge here. You go back there trying to hang on. What kind of movements can he make here tonight? 15 on the board. You see the 30 up the hill. That's Larry Murphy way up the hill. They're going to open up the door for the 4 and possibly Johnny Barker to come on through. Open that door up. They come through. And clear they are, 16 on the board. Murphy right there. Chris Max. Nice and tight. Jason, Nick Larson. Frank Singe in there as well. Right now, Frank Singe continuing to lead with David right there in line. Brandon, Johnny, Larry Murphy, and Max in the line as well. You're already, we have knocked it down into a nice smooth run here. 17 on the board with the 62 out front. David in second. Here comes a Brandon up to third. Johnny in fourth here. Nice, smooth run here. 18 on the board this time by. Hanging on. Continuing to lead the charge out front right now over the field. Doing a wonderful job of it. David behind him. Here comes Brandon. Top three. Nick Larson going to make a move here. Not quite. Cole Jarrett actually going to take advantage of him. Good job for Cole Jarrett. He'll jump underneath, take a run here on the bottom. 2 by 2 down the front. Straight away they go. Nose to tail. Larson right there. 19 on the board. Slide ahead. There goes Cole Jarrett. Right up front. Nice job. Frank out front leading here tonight. 20 on the board. Of 120 complete. Johnny, Chris Max, David Omega, Larry Murphy right there as well. 20 complete, 100 to go here tonight. You see Cole Jarrett with Nick Larson right on his tail here. Jeff Barefoot back here. He is in that 15th position. Jason a little bit further forward. Rob Lowell has moved into the top 10 after trouble during qualifying with that wheel. Huge story for one of our playoff contending cars. Has really recovered in the first 21 laps. And it doesn't seem to be a too major of an issue, at least early. All right, here's how we set. Let's do a quick crank it up here before green flag stops here tonight. Alrighty, welcome back here as we continue to run. I hope you enjoyed that little bit of cranking up here. With 27 going on the board at this time by. Frank continuing to lead here tonight. Frank's engine continuing to lead on the field right now. Johnny right now the second. That's Johnny Barker. P2 you're on board with now. There is that 6 machine here so far. Race has been pretty calm over the first 27 laps as we continue to work our way forward. 28 this time by, field hanging on here at Fort Kentucky Motor Speedway. Frank Ascension out front. Continuing to lead Cole Jarrett, Rob Lowell into the top 6. Continuing to move forward. Great recovery for Rob. Honestly, didn't expect to see him recovering that well early on. But this car continues to move forward into the top 6 here. So wonderful job for Rob Lowell. Cole Jarrett right there as well. Nick Larson. David. Gino. John. EY right there in the mix also. Here in the playoffs. Up front, Frank's engine continuing to lead the charge. He'll come up off of turn number 4. Right now, Johnny about 0.2 of a second off of him. Barker right there. That Valvoline number 6 trying to put the pressure on the back bumper of Frank early. No surprise, right? Look at the top 3, all playoff drivers. And the way they finish here tonight will pretty much be your playoff lineup leaving Kentucky. And right now, those 3 really doing a good job being the class of the field here tonight. Not surprised, but that's exactly what these guys have to do if you want a shot here. And again, top 2 doing a wonderful job. Larry Murphy, Chris Max, Cole Jarrett, Nick Larson, David Gino, John back here as well. So again, 31 on the board. Very smooth here tonight. Chris Max continuing to lead here. Eli, Gene. Oh, right there, John, Eli. Barefoot back here. That's the engine number 9, yellow or orange and blue car. Matthew there as well. Frank's engine continuing to lead. Rob Lowell right there. Max, Rob Lowell, 33 on the board. Pretty kosher right now here at Kentucky. 33, 34 this time by. Couple cars down the racetrack. Up the hill goes Rob Lowell with Frank's engine right there continuing to lead. Lowell, again, beautiful job. He's got a car underneath of him, no big deal. That's the 121 of Chris Max underneath of him here. Nice and clean. You know, the thing about Rob that's really impressing me tonight, I know how hard it is to run one of these cars with a lack of force feedback. And when your force feedback's messed up that you're used to, it really throws your confidence level. As you've seen the 121 of Chris Max really dive it in there. Had to jump out of the throttle to keep from getting into Rob. Did a good job getting checked up. Now, as far as lap times go, we're about 2 or so seconds a lap slower than we were at the start of this run throughout the field. So over 35 laps, about a 2-second fall off right now, as you see Frank continuing to lead. Larry Murphy back some spots here. Chris Max, Cole Jarrett, and Mr. Nick Larson. Eli right there as well. This is going to be so difficult as the field continuing to figure it out very early on. You know, man, wonderful run for the field right now. As we work through, Rob Lowell continuing to lead at the moment, or continuing to hang on in fifth. Frank St. John leading the way. No real changes in the top 3 or 4 cars. Nice job. 37 on the board. You see Frank starting to open up that room just a little bit here. Nice run. Out the field right now. So, 38 on the board. Nice and job. Frank's engine out front continuing to lead the charge as we close in to rounding out this first run that we've had. Green flag running so nice here tonight. It has been such a nice, smooth green flag run so far tonight. Here at Kentucky, here 39 on the board. Here with Brandon running second, Larry Murphy in third. That is your top 3 here tonight. First working the bottom of the racetrack. England to hang on. And right now, let's do a poll, shall we? As we run here right at the moment. 40 on the board, and yellow is out into the stage. Lap 40 here tonight, a 120. Frank out front, leading the charge. And a great run here. Frank St. John out front. All right, first pole of the evening out. And we'll see as we get ready to go to pit road here. Frank will be one of the first cars down. And we'll see how this works. And here comes Frank's engine now off the racetrack down pit road, looking for fuel and tires. Brandon, Larry Murphy, everybody coming down here. Fuel and tires. Remember the numbers that we hit there was about 3 seconds difference in lap times by the end of that run that eventually came to a halt there. Frank's engine, though, a dominant race car there so far early in the race. With 42 laps in, that car looks brilliant here tonight. I have to say, that car looks absolutely brilliant here tonight. And there goes Frank. Let's talk to Frank here. Get ready to talk to him. Holler at Mr. Frank's engine. Out of penny stackers. Hey Frank, Matt in the booth, you got a copy?
Hey Matt, how you doing?
Doing good, man. Well, really good early run for you, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. Car's feeling good.
Are feeling good, handling good. Everything seems to be well. Was you surprised with the amount of fall off there over the long run lap time wise?
A little bit. Haven't done much practice here. Kind of surprised at how well the car actually handled the first half there. Kind of felt like everybody was gonna blow my doors off there a little bit, but they caught me and then they'd fall back, so felt good.
Alrighty, man. Well, good way to start out the playoffs right now. Again, playoff eligible, man, and go for it, buddy.
All right, thanks, Matt.
All right, Frank, go get her. All right, there we go. Penny stackers, Mr. Frank's engine as we get ready to go double file. Back up around the racetrack to get them back going. Again, 43 completed the 120 tonight, closing on halfway. Field coming down, coming to green this time by. So we'll get ready to go. Green flag getting ready to be displayed yet again here at the Kentucky Motor Speedway. So coming to green this time by, field to be double file. Frank's engine will lead them down yet again. Frank pretty much hanging on right now for the most part. 16 people in chat. We start getting some answers in our poll there. Don't forget to interact with our polls and questions there, guys. Get you guys involved. Ask any questions you would like in the chat. We're coming to green. Field coming to green. Let's go. Back at it yet again. 43 on the board. Here we go. Rob Lowell inside the top four in that 21 machine. Had issues in the steering box here earlier tonight. Seems to have fixed them, and that car's got some legs as it works down the back straightaway. Meanwhile, Frank out front leading. Nice job. Frank out front trying to pull away. Larry Murphy, Rob, Johnny there as well. Nick Larson going to foul in line. David, Cole Jarrett right there. Eli, John, Jason there hanging tight. Nice job in the line as well. So again, this field, great racing right now as we continue to run here. Nick Larson right now. Let's go side. Let's see if I can do my side by side commercial here in just a minute. Johnny continuing to lead out front. I don't think the Sid BC may. We'll see. Let's see if side by side works, shall we? If it don't, I'm sorry, guys. Oh, I was gonna do a replay here. Nope. We'll have to bring it back because it is not working. Oh man, I'm kind of bummed or side by side. I'm kind of bummed. Man, it sucks the side by side. Oh well. Larry Murphy. Out front, down the back straightaways. And caution on the racetrack. And we got a problem. The 46 of EY involved. The 3. Let's take a look at the problem. Man, that was a huge hit. Wow. That's unfortunate. Holy moly. Very green right there. Eli, one more look. One into that race car ripped off. Yeah, just that whole front end of that race car completely destroyed. And so we'll get ready to go back. Now. We'll get ready to get back at it here in just a moment. We prepare to get back going here. Got Barefoot right there, 50 on the board of 120 here tonight. So Barefoot back here in the pack. Everybody else in the line yet again. Brandon, great run. So Rob Lowell sitting there in the 21 camp right behind Frank St. John. Johnny Barker. So again, as we continue to work through 51 on the board, you see Brandon out front leading now. Frank St. John now back to third. First caution then for an incident. First incident for a caution here tonight. So St. John right there. Well inside the top two. We documented his issues earlier. Impressive that he's back inside that top two. And we're going to go ahead and close that poll. And let's see what these results we got. We got a 50-50 on the top 10 tonight for Rob Lowell. We'll see who is right on that one. So right now, as the field gets ready to go to green, it'll be 51 on the board of 120 here tonight. Brandon out front leading. Here we go, coming to green, 51 on the board. Brandon, Rob Lowell, green flag in the air, let's go. Here we go, Rob Lowell, great restart right there. He'll go to second, so Lowell up on the top lane right now. St. John on the bottom, great job, they'll work their way off of turn number 2. So down the back straightaway, down across the back straightaway. Lowell and Frank St. John. Johnny, Chris, Max, Nick Larson there as well. Rob Lowell continuing to look at this. Rob Lowell to the race lead. How about that from dead last on the field to leading here in the Bluegrass 120. Great job, Johnny, right there in the mix also. David, Larry Murphy. So again, great pack of race car drivers here tonight as we near halfway. We're well going to lose the lead to Frank St. John. So again, and now St. John right there to the race lead. Rob Lowell going to slide to third. Brandon to fourth. A lot of these cars up here inside the top 5 are your playoff contending cars here. David right there. Everybody's still on the lead lap for the time being. Oh, a little bit of contact. Hang on, that's Chris Max. Right there, stacking them up like pennies for a moment. Well, up the hill, he'll try to hold them at bay. Again, then you see Rob, Frank, right there, holding tight right to the bottom with Johnny. Johnny putting the pressure to him down the front straightaway. So again, the 6 Valvoline machine putting the pressure to the back of Frank's engine at the moment. Battle for third just behind them. David Omega and Rob O'L going at it as well. There's the 4 of Brandon hanging tight inside that top 5. Chris Max hanging on as well. Johnny Barker continuing to lead here tonight. David, Rob Lowell, Brandon, Chris Max, Nick Larson. Here comes Larry Murphy along with Cole Jarrett and Jeff Barefoot here. Jeff Barefoot into the top 10. Brandon up to 6th, continuing to hang on. Cole Jarrett looking for running room. Cole Jarrett hanging on right now in that 8th spot with Larry Murphy just behind him. So Max hanging on in the 5th. Johnny, great run for him here. Leading the way right now. Frank Sindri giving Trace chase at the moment. However, the car that's in trouble, that's going to be John back here, tail end Charlie. He's back there in 16th. That's not where you want to be if you're one of these playoff drivers. Eli there used his fast repairs for the evening as well. Remember back in the last caution, he had that car at the front end ripped off that thing. Oh, contact roll Rob Lowell. David Omega made a little bit of contact door to door. Nice job. They kept it clean. If you hit flush like that, and that flush means door to door, not at an angle, you've got a good opportunity to keep the car straight. Come up there and you hit the car at an angle, you're probably going to turn them around. And great job by the field hanging on. Barker continuing to lead. 61 on the board. Frank hanging on. Omega there as well, Brandon. Nick Larson there, then Mr. Johnny hanging tight as well. Johnny, Frank, Rob, David, Max right there, great run. Chris Max hanging on. Max up top, here comes Brandon. Great battle for position. Max trying to hang on the door with Brandon here. Oh boy, this is going to be a fight. Cole Jarrett back here. Meanwhile, Johnny Barker now to your race lead over Frank Sinjin. Those two going to try to check out for a bit. Chris Max, David Omega still in this battle around that 5th spot. Nice racing around this spot here. As you go right behind that 4, you see him trying to get clear if he can as they head towards 3 and 4. Barker holding that up front just by a little bit over St. John. Now almost side by side. St. John with a little bit of run on him. He'll fall back in line. David Omega still in the midst of this battle. 6th, 7th, and 8th now going at it. But the 4 able to get clear of the 28. Now David Omega continuing to fall backwards, sliding back just a little bit. Old Jarrett, Larry Murphy, Jeff Barefoot, Jason, Gregory back here in line as well. So up front, Johnny Barker continuing to lead. Barker continuing to hold St. John at bay by about a 1/10 of a second. St. John, though, that car's strong on the bottom. If he can get that car to rotate, maybe get underneath the 6, I think he's got an opportunity to get by Barker in that 6 machine. But here's the thing, Frank's going to have to get a good run off the corner, get the car to cut to the bottom, get underneath, and try to stick it right along the inside. So Barker continuing to do what he needs to do to keep St. John behind him. Rob Burwell hanging on. Max there, Brandon there as well. 68 on the board this time by. Fighting through here, Singer to the bottom, underneath. Here we go. That's what I talked about a few laps ago. He got underneath of him. Now would the car rotate? It does. New race leader, Frank St. John, gonna take it back. Gonna take it back. Nice job. Rob Lowell continuing to hold third here tonight. Chris Max right now in 4th, Brandon in 5th. There's the 82 of Nick Larson. Right now, everybody's starting to plan this out here as we're starting to see tire wear yet again. We have slowed down the pace again about a second from the restart. And that was around 27 laps ago. Frank continuing to lead. Been 27 laps since they got tires, so everybody's starting that process of wearing tires down. That process has begun. Now we get to see who hangs on older tires. Larry Murphy. Gino back here. Aaron Brown deep in the pack. Gregory, Matthew right there hanging tight. Jeff Barefoot hanging on. Old Jerry David Omega. Look at this 3 wide. Rob Lowell right there in that scramble. Lowell gonna have to give room. He does. That's not what you want here. 3 wide behind him. Cole Jarrett in the mix of that one. Man, you can go 3 wide some places. I don't know that I can classify Kentucky as a 3-4 wide racetrack. I'm just saying. They figured it out, but man, that got dicey. Now Rob Lowell trying to figure it out as well here. Starting to fall backwards a little bit, but keeping a couple of these cars lined up behind him. Frank St. John hanging on, continuing to lead, doing everything possible. Max. Brandon there at 73 on the board. Cole Jarrett there as well. And oh man, Frank. Oh, a little bit of contact. Hello. That one car up the hill. That was Cole Jarrett got a little bumper tag. Kept the car straight though. A little bit of a bumper tag. Meanwhile, Frank continuing to hold Chris Max at bay. But right now, Max has got a challenge from Brandon. But Brandon right there underneath on board as he'll move for second under Max. Nice job by Max. Holding Mr. Brandon at bay. Cole Jarrett going to close in after a little bit of bumper tag a little bit earlier on. So again up front, Frank St. John continuing to lead the charge right now in the Bluegrass 120. Past halfway here tonight. It's been a smooth race so far, knock on wood. Brandon to pit road. Here we go, 33 laps into the run. Brandon to pit road. Brandon going to be the first car out of the lead group to hit pit road. He'll slow down to pit road speed and start woeing that car down. And great job. He'll get woed up and into the box here very soon in that number 4 machine. Frank St. John. So St. John going to get passed by Max here. And it looks like Frank's going to come to pit road. 4 tires and fuel for Frank St. John. Rob O'Well going to follow him through. Larson going to come down as well. David going to stay out a lap. Or excuse me, that's not David, that's Matt. David actually came down following that field down pit road here in the Bluegrass 120. It's a pit stop to green to flag style here tonight. 78 laps on the board this time by. Ooh, Max, nice job. He'll get that car cut. So Max, good job getting woed up. That'll lead Cole Jarrett out front leading. So Cole Jarrett continuing to lead. So right now, 78 and 120 complete. Field hanging on nice and smooth. Now Cole Jarrett going to elect to hit pit road this time by. So yet another car to pit road here. This time Cole Jarrett coming down. Oh man, so pit road for Cole Jarrett. And 4 tires and again, nice and easy off the racetrack or off of pit road goes Cole Jarrett. Oh, and now as we get back up to speed here, green flag stops pretty much a wrap here. We got about 4 more race cars to go. That's going to be Matthew, Gregory, Aaron Brown, and John. Still need to hit pit road here at some point. 80 laps on the board this time by. So right now we got a couple of cars still looking to hit pit road. 40 to go here. So 40 laps to go in this one here tonight. You see up the hill goes Gregory just a little bit. Rob O'Well into the outside wall. Hang on to it, Rob. Man, what a recovery that car's had all night. Got in the fence a little bit. He'll keep rolling, but he's going to be way dropping back here. So Rowell going to fall just outside the top 10. Continuing to fall. May have broke something on that race car. And if he has to come back to pit road, that is going to be disaster for Rob Rowell. And it looks like Rob's most likely okay here. Lost a ton of ground. So Rob trying to figure it out here. Nice racing. Oh, Gregory out front leading Aaron Brown. Right there in the mix also. Brandon, John, Frank, Max there as well. Larry Murphy along with a couple more in line. Barefoot, Gino there hanging tight. Rob still continuing to fall back. Gregory on pit road. John hanging on, Brandon, Frank, Chris, Johnny right there as well. 84 complete. So John continuing to lead. Brandon, Frank, Chris, Max, Johnny Barker. David Omega right there as well. Larry Murphy in 7th at the moment, hanging on. Old Jarrett back there fighting through. So Jarrett gonna pick up a spot or two now. John gonna have to hit pit road here pretty soon. That'll turn the lead over to Brendan and Frank's engine. That battle continues to rage there for a second. That will be your for-your race lead here very soon. One ends nice and tight to one another. Great racing across the board here early on. '87 complete. And what a flight. Jordan continuing to lead. Continuing to lead the charge right now. Brandon right there, nice run for him. Frank Sandra and Chris Max. Johnny hanging on as well. For Chris Max hanging tight. David Omega right there as well. John continuing to lead right now. Brandon trying to hang on. I'm continuing to lead, still needing to hit pit road at some point here. Old Jarrett right there. I'm leading. Brandon second. Frank third. Fourth is Chris Max right now. Cole Jarrett hanging on to fifth at the moment. John doing everything he can do. Brandon doing a really good job as well. There's Johnny right now in 7th, but John leading the way. Continuing to stay out right now. So right now, Brandon, Frank Sinton hanging tight. Old Jarrett, David Womega, Frank Sinton, though, he's going to try to make the move. Up to the race lead, he gets it as John goes to pit road. So now Frank Sinton going to take back over the race lead here tonight. But Frank Sinton again taking back over that race lead. Huge moment for him back out front. Brandon right there in 2nd. Here comes Chris Max trying to hang on. Cole Jarrett, David Womega, Johnny Barker, Larry Murphy, your top 7. Jason Willie, Rob Lowell hanging on inside the top 10. So David, Frank hanging tight. Chris Max, 2nd. Here's Brandon, 3rd. Cole Jarrett in 4th. 5th is going to be David Womega, Johnny Barker, Larry Murphy, Jason Willie. And it's going to be Rob Lowell and Jeff Barefoot right there as well. Great run by Jeff Barefoot back here in the top 10. Good run for him here this evening. Again, everybody hanging on. What do you say we do one more crank it up here tonight? And we'll be back with you to the end. All right, 98 on the board. Frank Sinton continuing to lead. Right here as you see. Continuing to lead, Brandon. Cole Jarrett right there as well. Top 3, just a couple of car lengths off one another. Here as we close in on 20 to go tonight. We close on the 20 to go marker here. Chris Max here. Right now, Frank Sinton continuing to hang on. Brandon, Cole Jarrett, Chris Max, Larry Murphy, Johnny Barker, David Womega, Jason, Rob Lowell, and Jeff Barefoot in the top 10 right now. So again, 100 on the board, and this time by for the field. Frank St. John hanging tight. Brandon there in second. Cole Jarrett in third. Chris Maddox in fourth. Jason. David Womega. Bob. Jeff barefoot hanging on. And hang on, there's Frank St. John continuing to lead. Along with Brandon right there in second. Brandon sliding back, Frank St. John hanging on. Frank St. John continuing to lead. 20 to go. Chris Max, Larry Murphy right there in the top 5. Johnny Jason hanging on now. David Omega in 8th. 9th is Rob O'L, Jeff Barefoot in 10th. Larry continuing to wait. Jason there in second. Frank St. John continuing to lead right now, trying to hold everybody at bay. But here comes Cole Jarrett. Jarrett gonna jump underneath. Looks to the bottom of Frank St. John. St. John gonna have to give it up here with 18 to go. Not quite. St. John gonna fight back on the top. Nice job. Nice fight back for Frank St. John. On board, you see just behind him, Cole Jarrett trying to push his way through. And Frank holding it back. This is going to be so tight here, 2 by 2. Jarrett underneath, St. John up top. And again, St. John going to hold him at bay. St. John really fighting hard on the top side, trying to keep Cole Jarrett at bay. But this time in 3 and 4, Cole gonna get clear. And St. John gonna move to second. So again, up front, gonna be Cole Jarrett leading. 6 to go. Jarrett, St. John up front, 16 to go. Here comes a Frank St. John trying to get by Cole Jarrett. Not enough room there. So tight. How do you get there? That's the $1 million question. 16 to go here. Old Jarrett trying to hang on. They're going to drop back off the back bumper. A few car lengths. Brandon there. Do they have enough fuel to make it to the end? That's the other question. Going to be tight on fuel for some drivers. Here, 14 to go. Going to be so tight on fuel. Cole Jarrett, Frank St. John, Brandon, Chris Max right there as well. So 14 laps to go this time by. Old Jarrett continuing to lead. Frank right there behind him. 14 laps to go here in the Bluegrass 120 for the opening round of the Riptide Radio playoffs. And Frank under fire from Brandon now. Chris Max hanging on. Larry Murphy right there as well. 13 laps to go. So right now the fight continues. The moment. Larry Murphy, nice job. And we continue to try to figure it out. Closing the late in the going. Pull Jared out front, hanging on Brandon right there as well. 12 to go. Now, as you see, Cole Jarrett now starting to open up the field. Great job. Frank St. John right there as well. What kind of move can you make late if you're Brandon? Anybody behind Cole Jarrett right now? And to go. Cole Jarrett leads. Brandon right there by about 4 or 5 car lengths back. 0.8 of a second's the difference. Cole Jarrett doing what he can in the sun drop machine. Trying to hang on 10 more laps to get the W here in this one in the Bluegrass 120. Trying to play the spoiler tonight. The playoffs begin. Didn't make the playoffs, but it's got an opportunity to win it here tonight. Oh, Jared out front, continuing to hold on. No, Cole Jared hanging tight. Nice job. Brandon Frank. 8 to go this time by. Jarrett continuing to lead right now. 8 to go. Frank St. John nice and tight. 3. In third is Frank right now. Chris Max, Larry Murphy, Johnny, David Omega, Rob Lowell right there in the mix also. So right now, Rob back in the top 10. At least looking to get a top 10 run here tonight if you're Rob Lowell. But Cole Jarrett continues to lead right now. So Cole Jarrett continuing to lead with Frank St. John behind him. Brandon right there in the mix. Brandon hanging on right now in third. Chris Max in fourth. 6 to go this time by. So 6 to go. Old Jarrett continuing to lead. Gonna look here, Cole Jarrett. Frank St. John there. Brandon to third. Fourth is Max. Larry Murphy fifth. With Jason, Johnny Barker there as well. So again, 5 to go. Cole Jarrett out front. Continuing to lead. Trying to finish off the night with the win here tonight. So can Cole Jarrett play the spoiler here tonight and walk away with a W here tonight in the opening round of the playoffs here tonight? Riptide Radio playoffs here for these guys starting tonight. And Cole Jarrett continuing to lead. 4 laps to go. ready to go this time by. Old Jarrett out front, 2 to go this time by for Cole. Frank's engine there in the mix also. Two laps to go. Cole Jarrett continuing to lead. 2 to go for Cole. 2 laps to go for Cole Jarrett. Frank's engine. Brandon, Chris Max. 2 to go. Coming to 1.5 laps to go for Cole Jarrett. Trying to hold on over Sinjin. Brandon and Chris Max. Coming to the white flag this time by in the Bluegrass 120. One to go for Cole Jarrett. Frank Sinjin trying to run him down, can't get there. Cole plays the spoiler here tonight. Came in outside the playoffs, but looking to go to victory lane here, headed for 3 and 4. Checkered flag in the air. It'll be Cole Jarrett going to get the race win here tonight. Frank Sinjin gonna come home second. And third gonna be Brandon and Chris Max fourth. Larry Murphy, Jason Willie, Johnny Barker, David Omega, Gregory right there. Rob Lowell gonna finish outside the top 10 and 11. So Cole Jarrett gets it done here this evening. Wow, Cole Jarrett playing the spoiler here, getting her done here tonight. Let's see if we can talk to Cole. Cole Jarrett, Matt up here in the booth. You got a copy, man.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Alrighty, man, you came in outside the playoffs, but you were able to get the win and play the spoiler here tonight.
That was the whole plan, was just to come up here and make an upset. But if you'd have told me I was going to win this race this morning, I'd have laughed in your face. I've been working on a race car all week, so I ain't had no practice, so I can't believe it.
Well, man, you did just that. You got the W here tonight. Played the spoiler. A great job, man.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Alrighty, man. Well, great job. Anybody you want to give a shout out to, buddy?
Dude, the whole Penny Stackers team, I've had to rely on their information all week just because I didn't know what I was doing, man. I just drive.
You just drive. You're like, I'm not the mechanic here. Well, man, congratulations on a big win here tonight. Again, getting to play the spoiler.
Appreciate it, man. That's redemption for Darlington last weekend or 2 weeks ago.
All right, man. Great job, buddy.
Appreciate it.
Alrighty, Cole, congratulations, man. Victory lane here tonight. Getting it done for the Penny Stackers, buddy.
Woo.
Woohoo. All right, man. We'll talk to you later, buddy.
All right, I hope to see y'all next weekend.
Me too, bud. Congrats, Cole.
Appreciate it.
All right, let's talk to Brandon here. Coming in third. Hey, Brandon, P3 here tonight, buddy.
How we doing, Matt?
Doing all right, buddy. Well, overall, good finish here tonight, man.
Yeah, it was a good finish. Mid-race, when we had the green flag pit stops, Johnny kind of threw me off. He called out that he was pitting. I wasn't planning to pit for another 2-3 laps, but I knew at that point we had to take advantage of getting some fresh tires on there, and it got me to the lead, and I thought we were going to be able to hold it off, but Cole and Frank were just a little bit too much for me there, and I couldn't chase them back down.
Well, man, nevertheless, you know, you come into these Riptide Radio playoffs, man, and a great runner-up, basically a runner-up finish car right behind Frank there in the playoff battle. That's got to give you a boost of confidence.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, we're coming off some pretty good runs pretty much since that All-Star win. I don't think I finished much outside the top 5 much. So, a lot of momentum. Still haven't got that first win, official win of the year yet, but just holding strong, trying to keep anybody that's racing on me like Frank, Johnny, I mean, Rob, just watching where those guys are now, mostly.
10-4, man. Well, again, good job, man. And congratulations, Brandon.
Yeah, thank you, Matt. We'll see how we can hold this playoff run going.
All right, man. Best of luck to you here as we continue throughout the playoffs, buddy.
Yeah, have a good one.
All righty, Frank's engine. Matt up here in the booth got a copy. Hey, Frank, bud, Matt up here in the booth got a copy on me. We'll wait on Frank for a minute. Oh, he's back. Oh, he disappeared. He's back. Whoa, he got chasing him. We got him, maybe. We got you, buddy. No Frankie. Let's try the waiting room. Do we have a Frankie? Something up there with Frank's headset.
Hey, you there, Matt?
Yeah, I got you, buddy. We got a Frankie.
Yeah, we do. It was taking a second to connect there. I don't know what was going on.
I don't know either, man, but P2, I got to imagine a little bit disappointing P2 tonight because the car looks so strong.
A little bit, yeah. Happy for Cole. It's his first win with the league, so that's cool. Want to give a shout out to Brandon for racing me clean there and letting me by when he saw I was faster. So that was pretty cool, nice of him. Yeah, I mean overall, led a lot of laps, so that's good. Especially didn't have high expectations coming into this one.
Well, man, the first finishing car of the playoff cars, that's got to give you some confidence.
Yeah, it definitely feels good. Hopefully we can keep this train rolling all the way through the next 5 races.
There you go. Just keep the train on the tracks, right?
Exactly.
That's really all you got to do, right?
Yeah, that's all I got to do. If it was that easy,
Sounds
I think we'd all
simple.
be doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Well, again, Frank, the car looked like it was on rails tonight. A very promising start to the playoffs for you.
Absolutely.
All righty, man. Anybody want to give a shout out to, buddy?
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to my cousin, my wife for letting me do this, and all my dogs chilling here watching me.
10-4, man. Well, the dogs are going to get a doggy treat tonight. P2
Absolutely.
here tonight, bud. Congratulations.
Thanks.
All righty. What a first round of the playoffs for the 802 Cup Series here in the Bluegrass 120 here tonight in the Riptide Radio playoffs. Thank you, everybody, for coming out here tonight. Cole Jarrett playing the spoiler. First win with the league. Getting it done here tonight. How will these playoffs shake out as we move forward? Come back with us next week to find out. We'll be right back here for round number 2 of the Riptide Radio playoffs. Until then, everyone have a great night. Stay safe. We'll see you in a bit for the second half of our doubleheader.